What's good? It's your boy Tad Money, and today I'm gonna talk about Weedmasonry, which is the Freemasonry of the cannabis community and society and government and everything else that the cannabis community got going on. So when it comes down to Weedmasonry, it's all about growing as much plants as you want, growing as many plants as you want, whether indoors or outdoors. And also, you have the right to grow as many plants as you want as well, either outdoors or indoors, as long as it's in your backyard or whatever side is in your house and everything else. So, weed masonry is for those who love growing cannabis, who's into the science of cannabis and into the whole structure of the cannabis itself. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the weed masonry is all about. Now, weed masonry is a knockoff from Freemasonry, but also weed masonry can mean hemp builders as well. You can build houses out of hemp. I mean, you can build cars out of hemp, and you can make fuel out of hemp as well. There's so many uses with hemp and stuff. Like, you can do a lot of things with hemp, and when it comes to hemp builders, that's part of the weed masonry thing. You know what I'm saying? Growing cannabis, building houses with hemps and stuff, and whole nine yards. I put this idea out there a long time ago on this particular website, but I can't go on there no more because of my payment. I didn't succeed my payment. But what I'm basically trying to say though is when it comes down to weed masonry, you will have the right to grow as many marijuana plants as you want, either in your backyard or in your house. You grow as much marijuana plants as you want, man. And that's when it really come down to with weed masonry. Like, you can grow as many, like it can be like 20, 40, 50. It can be over 100 plants that you're growing. Either you can grow outside in your backyard or in your house. You know what I'm saying? You can grow at the same time though. You know what I'm saying? So that's what weed masonry is. Weed masonry is basically a new form of Freemasonry that is all about cannabis. Because right now it's taking a hell of a long time for cannabis to get legalized. I mean, we already legalized same-sex marriage, but we're not fast enough legalizing cannabis. I mean, what the hell is going on? It's proven to help. It's proven to work. And not only that, they working on psychedelics as well, but they need to hurry up and legalize cannabis, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a good idea and an inspiration that I can create out of this cannabis community, which building a cannabis government, building our own society within the cannabis community. You feel what I'm saying? Within the cannabis atmosphere, the ganja empire, whatever you want to call it. But what I'm basically trying to say though, what I'm basically trying to let y'all know is that when it comes down to weed masonry, you can grow as many plants as you want as long as you have the paper or certificate or what the symbol of the weed masonry sign and stuff. And you can grow as much plants as you want. And that's the one thing I'm trying to focus on is help people, to grow plants and stuff, and also study the science and the knowledge and the esotericism of the cannabis plant. You know what I'm saying? Whole nine yards. Like, I'm obsessed with cannabis. So you see the cannabis flag behind me. You see the chakras right there. So I am a new ager, I am a gamer, and also I am a pothead. So, all them three things. But when it really comes down to it, though, what I'm really trying to let y'all know is that when it comes down to weed masonry, we all about growing marijuana plants. Study the science of growing marijuana, study the potentials of and the benefits of marijuana. And you can bring the occultism and the mystery religions into it as well. But we all about the mystery uses of cannabis, the mystery uses of cannabis. You feel what I'm saying? Like back in the day, when cannabis was first discovered, it was used by Buddhists and Hindus, for their religious practices and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's where marijuana is a good use for religious practices and ritual practices. You know what I mean? I'm trying to create a religion out of the cannabis movement. I'm trying to create an empire off the cannabis movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see me with the marijuana glasses all the time. I mean, I do stay high most of the time, but when it really comes down to it, though, I need to figure out what I was put on this earth for. Because I always be questioning my existence, on this earth, like why I was born in the United States, why I was born in California, why I was raised in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? But when I got this book called Aquarian and Conspiracy by Marilyn Ferguson, you know what I'm saying, by reading that book, she did speak about California, particularly the northern California, the Bay Area, and she always was speaking about how precious this side of this side of this country is. Like when it comes to New Age beliefs and the hippie movement, all that was popular here in the Bay Area, here in California. So what I'm basically trying to say is that when it really comes down to it, though, when it comes to psychedelics and cannabis and all these other substances, and yes, cannabis government is going to deal with psychedelics because psychedelics are proven not to be fully addictive and help you give you a truly experience and cure your PTSD, cure any illness you got going on in yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Psychedelics is the key to help you to heal from that. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. So that's one thing I want to say. So psychedelics is going to be included with the cannabis. You feel what I'm saying? Because people can build a tolerance with cannabis, and if they need something that really help them to relax or chill, either some magic mushrooms or DMT or LSD. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to try those drugs. I'm down to represent those drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm a new ager, and when it comes down to a new ager, psychedelics are the key to helping us to awaken our our spiritual potential and stuff like that. I'm not trying to get addicted to magic mushrooms. I just want to take one hit from it. I'll take it every blue moon here and there. I'm not going to take it constantly to the point where I build tolerance. But when it comes down to magic mushrooms, though, I will at least take like at least one or two, or maybe one, since I'm new to it, and see how that experience feel. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to be flipping out or tripped out or anything. But at the same time, I know it's not going to happen, though. I already got a high tolerance with cannabis, and I'm already used to eating edibles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Eating edibles with 1,000 milligrams in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm basically trying to say, though, is there's a reason why I was born here in the Bay Area, particularly the Bay Area, because now when I read that book, Aquarian Conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, knowing that Eastern religions will have an influence in the one world religion and stuff. It's just that I was put on this earth for the same reason. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't put on this earth to be with Rihanna or something. No, that was never true. I mean, Rihanna might play a part in my life, but at the same time, I just gotta let her do her thing. She's pregnant now. She got a baby with A$AP Rocky. She gotta do her thing. But at the same time, I really gotta focus on myself, and that's what I'm doing right now. Focus on myself. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, yours. But at the same time, when it comes down to weed masonry, though. When it comes down to weed masonry, we all about, growing as much plants as we want in our backyard, in our house. We have every right to do so. And once we have that paper and certificate and show the police officers like, hey, we can grow as much plants as we want to, you can't do nothing about it, especially someone who got a grow house and growing a gang of plants and stuff. Like, it's going to be coming to that point where when cannabis is fully legalized and stuff, we're not going to be arrested for plants that we grow. We're not going to be arrested for growing thousands or millions of plants. Because at the end of the day, cannabis is harmless. And not only that, but at the same time, it helps people. I mean, if I wasn't smoking cannabis, I probably would have committed suicide. So I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would have committed suicide if I wasn't smoking cannabis. So that's one thing I want to let y'all know. Cannabis did save my life. I would not be up here talking through this tablet and stuff if I wasn't smoking cannabis. You feel what I'm saying? So I was at that point where I wanted to give up. But since I live here in California, since California legalized cannabis medically, the first state in the world to legalize cannabis medically, I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but medically, I'm saying. What I'm basically trying to say, though, is I'm put on this earth to really go hard for the cannabis industry, the community, and society. You know what I'm saying? I want to create a cannabis government. I want to create everything cannabis. You feel what I'm saying? Everything about cannabis. I don't know about the other drugs besides psychedelics, but I'm all about the cannabis plant. You feel me? I'm all about the cannabis movement, the cannabis society, the cannabis community to really push out this agenda of really making cannabis mainstream, full bloom. It's already mainstream, but full bloom mainstream to the point where everybody's a part of the society and the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I want to say. So when it comes to the cannabis culture and the cannabis community and the cannabis government that I want to build for the cannabis society, it's something that I'm still working on, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for these videos. Like, basically, I'm coming out with videos talking about the cannabis, this and that, whole nine yards. I was watching my favorite show, Drugs Inc. And the show, Drugs Inc. show people using all types of drugs. And they show cannabis a lot. And just by watching Drugs Inc. and just watching these Drugs Inc. shows, lets me know that, cannabis is on top, but these other drugs is not going away. Like, I am going to come out with video games and stuff about drug use and about how this and that in the most supernatural action way and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. So this is your boy, Ty, man. I'm finna sign off. That's what I want to say. So when it comes down to weed masonry, weed masonry is for those who want to grow as many plants as they want, grow as many plants as they want, and really focusing on the study of growing marijuana, the benefits of marijuana, and everything about marijuana. Just growing it, either THC, CBD, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all about also being a hemp builder as well. Building hemp and stuff, building stuff with hemp and stuff. That's what weed masonry is about, and many other things too. But at the same time, that's the only ones I can think of right now. Because like I said, I haven't been focusing on the cannabis industry that much. I've been focused on the metaverse. But now I'm finna do both of them at the same time to push the agenda out there and hold on, y'all. So when it really come down to it though, y'all, I was put on this earth to represent the cannabis industry. I was put on this earth to represent the metaverse. I was put on this earth to represent the new age of Aquarius and everything else. And this is all part of the agenda. This is all part of the agendas that what this world got going on. I'm part of the problem or agenda, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's cold as heck right now. That's why I got my hoodie on. And I slept with my hoodie on last night because it's cold as heck, man. But, one thing I want to say, though, is that that's what it really comes down to. So when it comes down to weed masonry, it's all about growing as many plants as you want, either in your backyard or in your house. And it's all about being a hemp builder, like building stuff with hemp, either cars or houses. It's all about, it's really all about loving cannabis and really being about the cannabis plant and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's what weed masonry come down to. It's all about the magical uses of cannabis, study the effects of cannabis in the spiritual sense and how to deal with it and whole nine yards. And that's what it's really about. That's what weed masonry is all about. It's about cannabis and cannabis alone, about growing it and building hemp with it, either hemp or cannabis. Whatever you want to choose to grow, you can grow anything that you want to grow. You feel what I'm saying? As long as we're gonna have the paper and the certificate or whatever you call it to let the cops know, like, hey, I have the right to grow as 50. I can grow 50 plants in my backyard and in my house at the same time, and y'all cannot do nothing about it. Cannabis is not a harmless drug. It should not be called a drug. It's a herb. So that's one thing to come down to. So this your boy Sam. I'm finna sign off, and that's what weed masonry is about. You know what I'm saying? I am gonna make weed masonry come into existence. It's just that I gotta motivate myself now. Like basically, I gotta motivate myself or have my fallen angel wifey motivate me for me. But it's coming to that point where I gotta really come up to the game, come up to the scene in the mainstream and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I want to say. This is your boy Time Money.